Hello, welcome back to Fist Entertainment for my review of Psycho 4: The Beginning. Now, first off, I will say a lot of people do not like this one. I honestly don't understand why. I think the Psycho 4 is one of the better ones because of the fact that people often forget, and at least in my opinion, that the Psycho movies are one continuous movie. Sort of, like the introduction being Psycho, the beginning of the embodiment story being Psycho 2, continuing into 3, then the conclusion of the story being Psycho 4. I think what I like about Psycho 4 is the fact that it makes sense of everything in a lot of ways. I know that some people will argue that it doesn't exist in the same universe as 2 and 3, but if you pay close attention to things, you will find out it actually does. But I won't go into too much into that because I'm still limited to 15 minutes. But basically, the premise of the story is, many years later, he has been rehabilitated yet again. Norman Bates has been rehabilitated. He has gotten married. And there's this talk show that he follows. And one night they're talking about matricide. About matricide murder. And he gives his views. And talks about how he feels he's going to have to kill again. So he talks about the history of Norman Bates. All the people he killed leading up to the events of the movies. How he killed his mom, why, type of person his mom was, so on. Then we find out that the reason why he feels he has to kill again is because he found out somewhere, by either reading it in a book or being told by physicians, but he found out that according to psychiatric studies, his condition is hereditary and genetic. And so, upon discovering that his wife is pregnant, he feels he has to kill her so that the holder cannot continue. The terror can't continue. It ends with him. By the end of the movie, he does try, but then he can't do it, and finally gets it that his wife believes in him. And so he tends to bury the past by burning down the Bates house and moving on with his new life. I just find this movie to be a good closure to the franchise. It gives closure, something you don't really get a whole lot in these franchises, in these movie icons. Is a true closure to them, and I felt like Psycho 4 was a good closure to the Norman Bates character. I would say that I prefer Psycho 4: The Beginning over the attempted TV show from Stars Entertainment, which is Bates Motel. I know it has this following and this stuff like that. I only watched a few episodes of the show, but the one thing I cannot get past is pretty much the following. It's so different. I mean, if you want to hear about the childhood and teenage years and young adult years of Norman Bates before the events of the first movie, just watch the 4th movie, because the 4th movie tells you all about it. And it doesn't try to create an entirely different universe in doing so. It relates to the current universe that existed at the time, which I'm sorry, but that's the way I like it. And I like to divert into an alternate universe, which is what I thought that the TV series Bates Motel did. And that's just from watching the few episodes. But yeah, I stand in the fence of this movie. I don't know why it's hated. Let's talk about the quality. Unlike Psycho 2, 3, and 4, 1990s Psycho 1, 2, and 3, unlike Psycho 1, 2, and 3, which were theatrical releases, 1990s Psycho 4, the beginning, was not. It was debuted, I believe, on Showtime Network or HBO. Or possibly even a local channel as a late night TV movie. But it is not presented in 185, like 2 and 3. And although they say 185 on the first movie, is not, is 166. Psycho 4 is presented in 178 by One Wide. And that's actually for the HD release of the movie on DVD and Blu-ray throughout the years. The original format of the movie, because it was broadcast for television, was actually 133 by 1 full frame. But I prefer the widescreen version. This looks better than the tape version. As for the Screen Factory Collector's Edition, or try to say this, it wasn't a Collector's Edition, it was actually just a Scout Select release. I never saw that particular release, but I actually have no reason, because I have this box set. And I got this box set around the time that came out. From the way I look at it, all that release offered was a DTS HD 2-channel stereo source, which is basically what this one has too. And then this one does have a lot of good sound. I mean, it makes very good stereo surround use of all of the speakers in the environment in here, so it definitely works real well. Definitely has a theatrical feel to it, despite the fact it was a TV movie. Keep in mind is that 2, 3, and 4 are stereo surround like mixes, although they have been monetized with DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 tracks. 4, I'd say, sounds more stereo-like than 2 and 3, which sound more surround-like, but that's to be expected considering the fact that Psycho 4 was a TV movie. So, but overall, I actually like Psycho 4 at the beginning. So, did you like Psycho 4 at the beginning? Did you not like it? Do you like this video? Do you not like this video? What's your opinion of the movie? Let me know. As always, subscribe, share, like this video, not like this video. Check out me from time to time. That's it for the original Psycho Legacy. The next film I will be reviewing would be the Final Phantasm film, which would be Phantasm Ravager, which I'll be doing later. So I will see you. Bye.